afternoon, everyone. Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. Myself, Dr. Divyang Vyas, and on behalf of Faculty of Commerce, Parul University, I welcomes you all on today's webinar on leadership with him. I take this opportunity to introduce our eminent speaker, Dr. Ankur Amin sir, who is currently working as Assistant Professor at PG Department of Business Studies, Sardar Patel University, Vallabh Vidyanagar. Sir has excellent teaching experience of more than 17 years. Under the visionary guidance of Dr. Ankur Amin sir, three candidates completed their doctorate work and other four candidates are currently pursuing their doctorate work. When it comes to the publication, Sir has publication of over 33 articles and 50 research paper in reputed international as well as national journals. Ankur Sir also received Sardar Patel Academic Research Award for best research paper in Commerce and Management area from Sardar Patel University. Dr. Ankur Amin sir is also certified statistical data analyst of market research through SPSS. Once again, on behalf of entire Parul University, I welcome you, sir. Now I request Dr. Ankur sir to take the charge of this webinar. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. So thank you, Divyang. So I must thank Dr. Divyang for inviting me to share my experience or my views on the topic which he has selected. And that topic is somewhat close to my heart as well, because that is what the need of an hour, or in terms of when you're studying in commerce and management colleges, or the subject like that, then these qualities must be there in every student. So some way we became the leader of any business where we are working in, right? So am I audible clearly, everyone? Dr. Divyang, am I clearly
Yes,
audible?
sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. So uh, before I start the presentation, I start with some personality things. Actually, when we want to know a person, I think we know person from his personality. Okay. That means a person is identified from his personality, and what person is all about, and how he perceived in the society. On that basis, the entire personality will be decided by an individual. Normally, we at many times, I think, make mistakes in evaluating person's personality in terms of just focusing more on their exterior part. That means external thing, in terms of his look, his dressing, the way he looks, the way he walks. These are the various external things for which I think we consisting, or we decide the person's personality. And we forgot the character and the behavioral traits, the attitude, the thinking, the knowledge he has in terms of designing or deciding person's personality. Okay, because we see person's external looks and then decide the person is what about that person is all about, right? But we never thought of his eternal and internal the things which that is the character and behavioral traits through which a person's personality is built up. So my question is, can we transform the person's personality? So it may be answer no or yes. You can write in the chat box your answer, okay? Or you can unmute and you can answer. So can we transform person's personality? Yes or no? There are two options or two answers are available. So you can write in the chat box. We see person's personality from the external part, right? Okay, Arvind Pandit is writing yes. Okay, we have only right now. Yeah, Uma said yes. So normally it is emphatic answer is yes, that we can transform the personality, and we have number of fine. We have number of examples where the person has transformed from the low self-esteem, from low confidence, from lesser in many things, then he can be transformed in a highly positive persons. Okay, so that way one can transform the personality. And that is why this session is decided for you people, so that from this session I can encourage you to find out the what kind of things hiding inside, because we never see things inside available. Okay, whatever qualities, whatever things, whatever in terms of behavioral traits beneath us or in inside us is not visible to others or not visible by me. And that is the session today we have decided to find that what inside us, and to motivate and to encourage us through the basic leadership qualities to achieve your goals. Okay, so with this, I want to start my presentation. As it is told, I am sharing my entire screen, and then okay, so here this session, that means the title which is given, leadership within, right? So it is available in everyone. Okay, so it is, so this session through which I will encourage all the students to find the hidden qualities lying inside, and to inspire and motivate you as a young minds with basic leadership qualities to dream big and achieve great goals. So that is what my small uh, attempt to fulfill this objective by having this session called leadership within, right? So this is my flow of presentation. And before I again start my presentation, I would like to start with the a small and the short story. I think I hope everyone like the story. Okay, so have you heard the Mullah Nasruddin? Have you heard the name Mullah Nasruddin? You can write yes or no in the chat box. The various stories of Mullah Nasruddin. I think I know that when Doordarshan was there, and we used to have the various short stories of Mullah Nasruddin, which was enacted by Raghuveer Yadav. If you remember Raghuveer Yadav in film industry, he was there to enact as the Mullah Nasruddin, and very satire, in a satire way, the punching the real sense of uh, some situation will be presented in Mullah Nasruddin short stories. So I'll begin my session with a short story of Mullah Nasruddin. Uh, so one day Mullah Nasruddin was searching something at outside his home, and very curiously, I think others are also watching the same thing. That what is Mullah Nasruddin doing? So his neighbors and other friends are also watching that. For some some time, Mullah is searching something outside his home. So very curiously, someone asked to Mullah Nasruddin that what are you looking for outside your home? So Mullah said that I lost my cupboard's keys, and that's what I'm looking at right now. So again, those neighbors and his friends are also, they're cooperative, so that okay, we'll also cooperate with you, and we also look for find for that cupboard keys with you, right? So everyone started looking for cupboard keys, right? And after some minutes or some hours, there are some wise men are also available, or over wise men also available in that group. So he asked Mullah that where have you lost your keys? So Mullah replied that I lost inside my room. That means inside my house, because cupboard is available in one room, and I lost that cupboard key in that particular room, which is inside the house. And suddenly he annoyed and agree that when you lost your key inside, and you are telling everyone, and you also are looking the same key outside the house, then why are you doing so? So that simply it was asked by that majority of the person, when it is lost inside, then why are you finding that key outside your house? So the answer which was given by Mullah was that there's a dark inside. I'm repeating, the answer is there's a dark inside. And this story you can relate with you, with everyone, and majority of the people, that we don't know qualities which is inside us, because we feel that there's a dark inside, and that is why everyone or majority of the people are looking outside those qualities or skills or other qualities of leadership outside. Okay, but it is available inside, it is beneath, within you. So with this story you can relate your qualities, and that is why this session is organized, that I with this session I may help you to find those inside qualities of leadership available within you, and you can work on that and you become a good leader. Okay, so don't think that there's a dark inside and that is why you're looking for those things outside. Okay, so just be with yourself and you find your things which are available, and my session will help you out to look into that particular inside you and find the basic leadership qualities which is available within you, and we can inculcate those leadership qualities to fulfill your dreams in a bigger manner. Okay, so now I start my presentation with this a short story. I hope everyone liked it, but it is a kind of a learning for everyone, that don't look for your own qualities outside, which is available inside, which is lying inside, and this session will help you to find and understand and identify those available, which is lying inside those qualities. Okay, yeah. So normal definition I came with, that is what leadership is: an ability of an individual or a group of individuals to influence and guide followers or other members of an organization. That means a person must be having that influence, so that a group of individuals or individuals who can follow the command or instructions or the guidance given by a person. And that is what the leadership. It always influence others. Okay, that others will be a one individual person or a group of individual persons, because that kind of the qualities you have, so that everyone follows your guidance and your instructions. Okay, so this is the common definition or the meaning of leadership I came for you. So don't be one of them, because leadership is what being a unique. We never want to be a just like everyone. Okay, as you find the flock of ships, so they are same. So don't be one of them. We want to be unique for being a leader, and that is why that unique person is available in black color, because leadership is nothing but creating something unique, being a unique in your ways, in your applications, in your behavior, in your personality traits. You'll be something different. You'll be unique from others, and that is why you portrayed yourself as a leader. Remember, without being a unique, you never be uh, portrayed yourself as a leader. You just like one of them only, or you just like them only. Okay, so I came also with some pictures, more pictures, the leadership, and that is why you can find in the another picture it is a person who is leading the flock of sheep. Okay, now just to make you some sort of engage, I came with one more activity for you. Uh, everyone can use internet with right now, right? So we'll have one a small exercise. When you come across or when you hear the word leadership, so what comes to your mind first when you hear the word leadership? Okay, and I'm sharing one thing in your chat box, so that yeah, I pasted one link. It's a link of Mentimeter. You simply have to click on the link where I've asked the question, what comes to your mind first when you hear the word leadership? So you can go to your means click on the link, and you need to answer one response. You simply have to give one response. So whenever you hear the word leadership, what comes first in your mind? So when you heard the leadership word, what comes to your mind? Only one response from your side. And that response also I am showing you. Okay, so I'm just presenting. You can hear, you can find someone has written leading from the front. Okay, your responses I'll show the moment I think everyone click on the link and give responses. I'll show those responses as well with the help of Mentimeter. It is one of the interactive tool used by teachers for online teaching, which also I'm using to engage the audience, right? Okay, then someone has written teamwork. I received two responses now only. Right now we have 22 students who have joined the session, and you can share your response. Immediately you can click on that link, and you simply have to write something. The question is, what comes to your mind first when you hear the word leadership? Okay, sharpness, three responses. Responsibility, okay. Again, I am telling what comes to your mind when you hear the word leadership. Many are giving theoretical answers. I was expecting something new, something thing different. Quality to understand others. Okay, again you are giving all the theoretical answers, because I'm just giving the means I have asked that what comes to your mind when you hear the word leadership. The moment I think you find leadership, any name, anything, I think you find that leadership is this. But I found theoretical answers. Fine, that would be your response. Okay. Uh, I'll wait for one more minute. By that time, more people can give their responses. Is it visible to everyone? I think your responses are visible to everyone, because I've shared the entire screen. Still, if anyone would like to share their responses, do you like to know my response when I heard the word leadership in the current context? I simply have one name in my mind, that is Narendra Modi. I think you never find the leader other than right in the current times context. Huh? Remember, I haven't used these the pictures or name, but in the current situation, when I hear the word the leadership, the first thing or the first name or the first thing I think comes to my mind, it is Sri Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister of India. Okay, I was expecting such responses from you people, but I did not get that response. Anyway, fine. So now get back to our presentation. So that's what I thought that these are the things I think comes to your mind in terms of responsibility, teamwork, leading from the front, sharpness, quality to understand others. And these are all characteristics of a leader, right? Leader always work in a team. He always lead from the front. He would be sharp. I think in his decision making, he needs understanding in terms of dealing with number of people. His sharpness should be there. Uh, he would be always responsible and taking responsibility, accountability, and he's having that quality to understand others. That means in terms of counseling with others, in terms of solving problem, having proper and rapport, and having interpersonal skills, good relationship his with his subordinates, right? So these are the five responses I received from you people as the first thing comes to your mind when you hear the word leadership, right? Now get back to our presentation. So this is what about the leader leading from the front. You need to be unique in your ways, in your behavior, so that people believe in. Okay. Fine. So this is what the ultimate leader I found. If anybody has doubt in terms of, because I found uncomparable leader in the world. I think the ultimate leader till today, I found that is the Gandhiji. I think Gandhiji is uncomparable. You cannot compare his leadership qualities with others. I think he stands at the first rank. I think you cannot compare Gandhiji with any other in terms of leadership qualities, and that is why I supported his picture with the quote given by John Maxwell. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Now, what is that? A leader is one who knows the way. That means he knows what is to be done. Now, when we talk about from the organization point of view, or when we talk about from any point of view, leader knows what is to be done. That Gandhiji knows that I want independence. He goes the way. Okay, that means he informs others how it is to be done. He took number of people together and allowed to believe in him that this way, with the help of non-violence, with the use of non-violence and truth, one day we will achieve the independence. So that's what he informs everyone. This way we will achieve, not with the help of violence, but with the help of non-violence and truth. These are the two ultimate weapons. I may not use a word weapon, but there's two ways with the help of non-violence, satya and ahimsa. That means non-violence and truth. These are the two things through which Gandhiji make others believe in, that this way we can get our independence. That means he informs others how it is to be done. That means how we will get the independence, and shows the way. He directs others. A leader can show the way, that this way we can get our independence. Okay, so in the business also, leader guides their subordinates, their followers, that how we can achieve the organizational objective, because he knows how we can get the objective, or how we can achieve the organizational objective. He informs how one can achieve the objectives, and he showed the path as well, that this way, by following these policies, these programs, these strategies, we can achieve our organizational objectives. And that is why this Maxwell quote, a leader, one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way, is applicable to all the leaders, because they are the person in the organization or in the society who knows how it is to be done. That means whatever purpose for which they are leading, whatever purpose for which they are doing something, they know how it is to be done. They inform others also how it is to be done. They guide others also how it is to be done. That means they are showing the path how we can achieve our purpose, how we can achieve our organizational objective or the goals. And that is what the leader is all about, because leader knows these three things. He knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And Gandhiji is the ultimate leader in the world till today. Okay, if anybody has question on this, you can give your view as well. Okay, now and that is why I've used the photographs of Gandhiji. Every place I put the photographs of Gandhiji, because I don't find other person, I think, who can replace Gandhiji in my presentation. Okay, so these are the common qualities of a leader identified by number of persons, or it is what the extract from the number of leaders, the experiment and study done by number of persons, a number of researchers, and that these are the common qualities identified by a person. That means who can become a leader. That means The first question we have answered, that is what, can we transform the quality, the personality? So we can transform the personality. So these qualities can be inculcated, remember. If it is not there, then it can be inculcated, it can be trained, it can be educated, remember. And the first quality of a leader, that is what? Integrity. In Gujarat, it is called Sampurnata, Akhandata. That means we are very much believe in our principles. We are putting more faith, we are putting more values on our ethics and principles. And Gandhiji is the best example. He has never compromised with his eternal principles, his values. So whatever value system we have developed or we are inculcating, I think we must believe in that. We must put into practice those values and never compromise with your values and ethics, remember. Because that makes persons the affirmative, and that makes persons clear about everything. Because you can raise your standpoint on when you have integrity, because you believe in your principles, you believe in your value system. Okay, so that is the first qualities of a leader. That is what you must have integrity. Okay. The second common characteristics or the quality, that is communication skills. And the communication skill is what today's one of the skills required in today's time period, or a common skills required by a person to be get success or to become a leader or anything, for any profession, for any uh, situation. This skill would be common for to become a leader, remember. In Gujarati, there's a proverb called "Bole na bor vechai." So if you're not communicative, I think you cannot exhibit, because nowadays or in today's time period, uh, you need to market yourself in terms of employment market, in terms of grabbing the employment opportunity. The communication skills would be the prominent skills required by every person. First skills, because through communication skills, you are exhibiting everything, remember. You're exhibiting other skills with the help of a proper communication skills. So if you're lacking your communication skills, you can improve. And communication skills is not English language, mind well. It is interacting with any language effectively and efficiently, remember. It may be in any language, it may be in Gujarati or Hindi or any language. Ultimately, whatever you are telling, you are saying, you are delivering, the same meaning must be understood by others. That is what the objective of communication skills. That is what a good communication skills is all about. So don't make mistake that communication skills is only English. English is one language, and it is used by a number of persons for the communication. So you must learn. If you are not having a good communication skills, so with practice, you can have command on communication skills. Okay, it's just a matter of putting little effort to sharpen and to improve your communication skills, to be precise in English language. Okay, so being a leader, you need to be or having a good communication skills, because what you believe and the same belief must be transformed in others, and the way would be a good communication skills. Okay, what you believe or what you want to interpret, if you're not a good communicator, then the same should not be interpreted properly to others or to your followers. They do not understand properly when a leader is not having a proper communication skills. Okay, we have number of certain examples of lack of communication, and there are many problems are occurring in the society, in the family, or in the business due to lack of communication skills, due to creating grapevine or the complicated network of communication skills, or creating network and creating a problem in the organization. So that is why a leader must learn how to communicate with his subordinates or with his followers. If he's a good communicator, then his 50% task will be over. That means what he believes, what he wants from others will be communicated clearly, properly, and he can direct, he can guide, he can motivate employees properly when he is having the good communication skills. And that is why, but as a good communicator, Gandhiji, what he was saying, what he was telling to the persons, people are believing that people have put faith in Gandhiji's non-violence and and the truth, and people come together with Gandhiji for getting the independence. And with the help of Gandhiji's effort, he put everyone's together, and we got the independence. So that is what the beauty of having good communication skills. And currently, we saw in our prime minister, he's a great communicator. What he said, what he speak, everyone believes in, and that is why he can create that connection with everyone. Because leader has to create that connect, and that connect or that connection can be maintained, can be created, or it can be sustained with the help of good communication skills. And that is why I'm putting more focus on this skills, which is known as communication skills. Fine. Eminem કહેવત નથી થતી. Proverb is not just for the sake of having the proverb. Bole ena bor vechai. It is true. In a true sense, in a marketing, I think if you're not marketing your products, if you're not promoting your products, I think you cannot sell your products. And that is why companies are putting so much huge amount of money on the promotion and advertisement of their products, because they need to inform these things to the consumers and the customers so that they can purchase their products. That is what the communication from the company's point of view. Okay. The third skill is ability to delegate. Leaders always delegate. Okay, the person who constrained everything, I think, who restricts everything in terms of power and everything, never be a successful leader. Okay, leader has to delegate a power as well as many things to others, because after delegation of the authority, the other person felt that people, the leader is believing in us in terms of for this situation, for this function, and allowing us to take the decisions. And that is why when you are a leader in a group, allow others to take some decisions for a certain moment. Okay, don't take everything in your hand. Okay, don't create centralized kind of structure where for every now and then they need to approach you for every small matter as well. So you need to learn as a leader ability to delegate. When you delegate, that means you're distributing many things. You're distributing your load as well, remember. When you are going for the centralized procedure, that means you take everything. Okay, in that case, there are chances for committing mistakes. Okay, for important things, I think things must be centralized with you, but for common things, for routine procedure, delegate things to others so that they also get some sort of liberty to enjoy their work. Remember, that is somewhat very important being a leader, that you must delegate your power to number of people. Self-awareness is somewhat very important. You must aware with surroundings. That means first of all self-awareness. Okay, in terms of what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. These are two things is internal. In terms of knowing yourself, means what you are, how you are behaving. Okay, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. Whether I can work on my weaknesses, whether I convert my weaknesses into my strength, or how do I use my strength for the improvement or for becoming more and more a good leader. So that self-awareness is somewhat very important. And that is why I always tell my students to go for self-introspection, remember. Because self-introspection is nothing but knowing yourself. Okay, so self-awareness, that means you know yourself first and then know others. Okay, so knowing yourself is somewhat very important, and then you can understand others. Without knowing yourself, when you try and understand others, I think you may commit some mistakes. Okay, next is gratitude. Being a leader, it must be learned by everyone. If you want to become a good leader or a good human being, gratitude is somewhat very one of the good qualities of a leader. If you receive something, if you, I think, get something from others, then please express your gratitude, your sincere and your serious gratitude. I can say that. Okay, you must thank others, you must appreciate others. Okay, that is what the sense of gratitude you are showing to others for their efforts to become or to make you leader, remember. because criticism is somewhat very easy, and appreciation is highly difficult, and that too with gratitude. Remember, so you must develop that ability to thank others for doing number of things, and start with your family, and start with your mother as well, because in our family I think we consider our mother as taken for granted. She's doing every a minute to major work without getting your appreciation, without getting our appreciation. So today the first thing you do with your mother, that means appreciate her things, appreciate her cookings, appreciate her every efforts which she has done to you, and that is why you are there or you are here. Okay, so gratitude is a great thing, remember, and it is not everyone's a cup of tea, or you can say that a common thing with everyone, because criticism is somewhat very common compared to gratitude or appreciation. Okay. Next is learning ability. If you want to become a good leader, then you need to be a lifelong learner. Okay. If you want to be a good human being, a good personnel, then you need to be a lifelong learner, and that ability must be there. Okay. So you need to learn new things, because at this age also I am learning number of things. I've never stopped learning. Okay, I've learned new courses. I saw a number of videos on YouTube on various parameters, on various things of research methodology. Okay, I've just completed the two certificate courses from the IIM Bangalore, the Advanced Corporate Strategy and the Strategic Management. These two courses I have learned from. I was appearing number of the FDP, the Faculty Development Program, wherein I learned number of new things of my area. Because being a teacher, I have to be updated. I have to be upgraded. Remember myself with whatever things are going on. Because we are living in the world of highly uh, advanced technology world where information is with everyone. With internet, everyone can access the same information. Then I have to prove my role in the classroom. Whatever I'm sharing in terms of knowledge, the same information they also have on the one click of the mobile. So I have to prove myself, and that is why the learning ability must be there, so that you be upgraded yourself and you remain updated. So you remain in the current world sustainable, because everybody is talking about the sustainable development, the development which can sustain for a number of years. So your identity must be sustainable. Okay, so that learning ability makes your identity sustainable. Next is influence. Influencing ability would be from every leader. That means you must influence others with your speech, with your behavior, with your action, with your motivation, with your guidance, with your views. You are influencing others. That means you remain or you become the role model of others. Next quality is somewhat very important as a to become a good human being. That is empathy. You know, sympathy. Okay, can anyone answer what is empathy, or what is the difference between sympathy and empathy? You can unmute and answer, because I'm having my presentation, so I cannot see your. Now this is okay. You can write in the chat box, or you can share. You can unmute, and because I need or I love interaction with students. Okay, so what's the difference between sympathy and empathy, or is there any difference, or both are same? Okay, Arvind said that it is understanding. Okay, understanding what? You can unmute and answer, no issue. I can love to hear your voice. Is there any difference, first of all, yes or no? There's a difference between empathy and sympathy or not?
There is
Yes,
no
sir,
any
there is
difference.
Okay, Noreen said there's no difference. Okay, how many are telling that it is yes? Okay, Ajit said yes. Okay, then what is the difference? There's a difference. Both are not same, Noreen. Uh, Sympathy and empathy both are totally different things, which everyone has to learn. What is sympathy and what is empathy? and always go for empathy. But I want to know from your side, first of all, what is the difference between sympathy and empathy? Yeah, there's a difference. So you can unmute and answer. Anyone? Okay. So there is a clear-cut difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy would be superficial. Anikeva, I think you can say that it is on the surface only, not beneath, not from your heart. When something goes wrong with your friends or with someone and you sympathize, means it was just a formality that you are showing your sympathy. But when you are empathize, that means when you are showing your empathy means what? You put yourself in his place. If a person has lost his father, right, and what he's feeling after losing his father, and when you consider, that means when you put yourself in his place, and then what you feel, it is what your empathy. That means it will be from your heart, and sympathy would be from your mind. That is the difference. One is from within, and another, that means sympathy would be very a formal thing, whereas empathy is real, a real consideration, or you can say that which would be from your heart, that what others are feeling, the same feeling when you felt, and then you respond, and then you respond it. It is what your empathy, and that is why I'm telling that always empathize. That makes your real character. Okay, that builds your real character. Sympathy would be always superficial. Next is courage. Being a leader, if you are not taking risks, then you never become a leader. In the business, we consider an entrepreneur as the risk taking ability, right? As an entrepreneur, I must take the risk. That means without becoming a leader, you cannot also become an entrepreneur, remember. Okay, being an entrepreneur, the first qualities or the first characteristics I think you need to build, that is what risk taking ability. You are ready for taking risk, and why you are taking risk? Because you are implementing innovating things, because you believe in innovation, you believe in creativity, and you are taking initiatives and you are implementing and executing innovation at number of places, and that is why there's a risk involved when you are implementing, executing creativity or creative things or innovative things or innovative thing process in the organization. There's always risk attached with the creativity and innovation, and that is why a leader must have the courage to innovate, to create something new in the organization, in the society as well, and then people will believe in. If you are not ready to take risks, if you do not have that guts or that courage to do something new, to initiate something new, to go for some innovative things, then you cannot become a leader. Remember, the courage is somewhat inbuilt qualities of a leader. And the next is respect. To pay, you need to pay respect for getting the respect. Okay, that is the common things, everybody knows that, but it is somewhat very important. Though it is common, but it is somewhat very important. Respect for everyone, remember. If they are your subordinates or if they are your followers, then also they are your juniors, they are your younger ones, then also respect them. So they will respect you. If you're not respecting others, I think you will not get respect, or you will get artificial respect based on your status or based on your authority. I think you may get respect, but it would be not from the heart of your followers. It would be an artificial respect given to you, which won't remain last. Okay, it will break down. So the respect is somewhat a common characteristics or a qualities of a leader. For getting the respect, I think you respect others. You respect others' emotions as well. You need to be an assertive person. that whatever you say, whatever you command, whatever you direct, okay, whatever you are telling something or telling to others, whatever you are saying to others, it should not hurt the emotions of the others. Remember, that is also you need to take care. So that way you can gain respect from others. So these are the main qualities of a leader which can be inculcated. Remember, these all qualities can be inculcated. These all qualities can be trained, can be educated over a period of time. With a course of actions, you can inculcate all the qualities in you and you can become a leader. You can improve. If you have certain qualities, you can improve all those qualities. And that is why I'm using the word inculcate. You can inculcate all these qualities. And that is why I've shown this picture, Gandhiji. You can relate every qualities which I have mentioned over here with Gandhiji. 100%. I think you never find some lesser percentage in Gandhiji. If you have any doubt, I think you can share your experience. That this quality is not matching with the Gandhijis. Look at all the qualities. I think 100% you find in Gandhiji, and that is why I've put his picture over here. The ultimate leader of the world, right? Fine. So I hope that all the qualities I think it's clear in everyone's mind. So next, I'll proceed. I came with some technical aspects to understand leadership. Okay, so I'll go a little quick to make you understand these theories. One is trait theory and another is behavioral theories. So trait theory is based on personal trait, what the leader are, and behavioral theory is based on actual behavior and actions. Now, commonly we can say that the trait theory is what it is by default or by birth, what is available in me. Okay, based on that, I become the leader. Okay, so by birth, whatever qualities, whatever uh, the characteristics within me is available, that makes me as a leader, and that is why leader are born as per trait theory. What trait theory stated that the leaders are born because these personal traits are based on their birth. Okay, by birth, these all personal traits are there in the every person, like drive, the desire to lead, honesty, integrity, self-confidence, intelligence, job-related knowledge. That every all personal traits are available in every human being in terms of by birth, it is available in every person. And that is why leaders are born as per trait theory. And what behavioral theory said that it is based on your actual behavior and action. So it is based on your value, your interpersonal relations, your belief, your actions. And that is why one can say that leaders are made rather than born. That is why leaders can be trained. Leadership values, leadership qualities can be trained. It can be inculcated as per the behavioral aspects or as per the behavioral theory. Or there are a number of behavioral scientists, I think, with the number of years of experiment has proved that a low self-esteem person can be transformed to high self-esteem person or can be a leader. And we have a number of examples of certain leaders. Already I have told earlier that before the starting of this presentation, that we have number of examples that personal traits, that means the personality of a person, based on that we never treat that he can be a leader. Look at Gandhiji from his personality. I think we never consider Gandhiji as a leader from the personality point of view. Look at Lal Bahadur Shastri, right? There is no the kind of physical appearance of such leader. But based on their actual behavior and action, I think that makes a person a leader. And that is why, as per behavioral theory, it is leader can be made rather than born. Okay, both the things are right. But if you are not having those leadership qualities, it can be inculcated and you also become a leader. Okay, so it is not every time right that leaders are only born. Leaders are made also, right? These are the common things, that is leadership styles. Democratic, autocratic, laissez-faire, transactional. These two types of leadership, last one, transactional and transformational, that is only from the organizational point of view. That is from the business point of view I have taken. And I put some pictures. Democratic leadership, I'll go little quickly to make you understand these various types of leadership. I think everyone must have came across with. Autocratic leadership is what? It is what centralized leadership, where the entire power authority remains with one leader. He will never delegate authority or power to others. Every decisions are taken by autocratic. It is just like a king. Okay, monarchy. It is just like a king. When you have one state or one kingdom and there is a king, so as per the king's actions, things are operated in the entire kingdom. As per his belief, as per his action, as per his knowledge, the entire kingdom is run by a number of persons. That is autocratic leadership. He has all the power, which is not at all useful, not at all applicable at number of places. Okay, you find certain kind of leadership in number of places. In joint family also you find autocratic leadership there, where you find some males of a family only takes decisions for everyone, and that is why many a time frustration will be there in the family members. Okay, in some certain group, when autocratic leadership is there, it always demotivates and give frustration to others when they are taking wrong decisions for them they are taking decisions, and that is why it is not liked by others. Whereas in case of democratic leadership is a leader who gets the responses or gets the views of others. That means he allows others to give their views. He asks others that what is your opinion about this situation. So he asks for the opinions, he asks for the views, and then based on that opinion, based on that views from the various other people, he will take his decisions. And laissez-faire leadership is what? Where nobody is there to listen. Whatever you want to do, you have all the rights, you have all the powers, and you can do your decisions. That is laissez-faire leadership. And these three leadership portrayed in the picture. Okay, when you say the first picture, second picture, and third picture. So what is the first picture? What kind of leadership it portrayed? You can give your answer in the chat box. The picture number one, right? That picture number from the left to right. Picture number one depicts which style of leadership. Picture number two, which types of leadership, and picture number three, which type of leadership. Or else I can ask democratic, autocratic, and laissez-faire. So democratic leadership is available in which number? The which picture depicts the democratic leadership? You can write your answer in the chat box. Is it visible to you or not?
Not yet, sir.
Yeah. Because I've shared my entire screen. That is why when you go to the present to get your answer. But this is what the screen is available.
Yes, sir. Now visible.
Okay, so picture number one, where the person in black and the followers have taken the arrow, and you find one person at the on the top. Second picture and the third picture. You can unmute and answer, because I may not see your responses in the chat box, because I have shared my entire screen, and that is why my presentation is going on right now. Okay. So what depicts which picture depicts the democratic leadership? Democratic take everyone's together. Autocratic never take everyone's together. Laissez-faire, I think you never find people come together. Whatever you want to do it, you can do it at your own. So that way, I think clearly I've shown this things in the pictures. You can make out. You can unmute and answer. I may not see your responses.
Sir, students are saying second one belongs to democratic leadership.
Yeah, absolutely right. The second one is democratic leadership, right? Okay, then. Okay, I'll answer. The first is what autocratic, second is democratic, where you find a leader is taking everyone's together. Okay. Third, where nobody's there to listen. Whatever they want to do, they can do it. One person is announcing, look at the arrow and look at the other person is doing. Okay. That is laissez-faire, where whatever you want to do, you can do it. You never bother about whatever leaders are telling. That is laissez-faire. Okay. Everybody is free to do whatever they want to do. And the first picture, where look at the load, the other persons are having the load of the leader. Okay, that is autocratic. He's saying and others are following, right? And showing the, yeah, from the business point of view, this is transactional versus transformational. That is important from the business point of view, that what kind of leadership we can find in the government as well as in the business or in the organization. And that is why I've written the transactional leadership is nothing like a bureaucratic leadership. And transformational is where leaders, and that is what clearly you can find in the picture. And that is why in the picture it is depicted with the help of, look at the leader in transactional, look at the position of leader in transactional, and look at the position of leader in the transformational leadership. And look at the faces as well. In the transactional, which is known as bureaucratic leadership, where bureaucrats orders, instructs, you have to do like this, you have to do like that. He simply instruct, he simply give instructions. And that is why look at the expression of those followers, those subordinates. They are not happy. In case of transformational leadership, leader come together. Remember, the transformational leader always stays with their subordinates, always remains with them. That we will achieve the organizational objective together. With your support, I'll be there. We'll take our business at this level. Okay, that is what the leadership, that is what the transformational leadership is all about, where leaders take everyone's together for the achievement of the purpose which they have decided or the organizational objective. Where in case of bureaucratic, it is always on an instructional mode. That means orders, firing kind of things. Always they have to work in tension, stress, fear. But in case of, look at the happy faces of the followers in transformational leaders. So from the styles of leadership, everyone has to become or follow the democratic leadership style. And when you are in organization and at a leadership position, always follow transformational leadership, where take everyone together and make a part of the success of the business. Okay? Give credit to all. And whenever if things goes wrong, take the responsibility. A transformational leader always take responsibility if things are not going in a proper manner, the way which we have decided. If things goes wrong, in that case, leader, transformational leader, take the responsibility that it is what because of me only. And when things are going right, and when they succeed, in that case, the credit he will share with everyone. That it is our efforts. It is not only my effort. That is what the clear-cut difference between the transactional and transformational leadership. In case of transactional, if things goes wrong, I think always fires their subordinates. That you did it. It is not done by me. I have instructed you, but you haven't implemented properly, and that is why things are going wrong, and they will be fired. If things goes right, then in that case, this transactional leaders always take credit that it is just because of my instruction. I have instructed you this way. I have molded you, and that is why you can achieve or we have achieved this success. It is just because of my instruction or my leadership only. That is the clear-cut difference between transactional and transformational. It is always I in case of transactional, whereas in case of transformational, it is always we. That is what Vasundhaiva Kutumbakam, that means he takes everyone together for the success of business. And if things go wrong, he take the responsibility. Okay, that is what the clear cut difference. So be a transformational leader. Follow democratic style at the workplace. Now, some sort of practice from you people. I have chosen or I have selected pictures of leaders, a mixture of leaders, positive and negative leaders, a good leader and a bad leader. Good leader, I think you can identify from the pictures. But which bad leader, I think the photograph is available and you can identify. Just name it. How many photographs or the pictures of a not good leader you can find in this slide? Good leaders, everybody knows, right? Okay, this would be, I think on my cursor, everybody knows, I think he's a good leader, the president of America, a former president of America. You can see my cursor, right? And you can unmute and answer. He's a great leader of United States of America,
Abraham Lincoln.
another former president of America. But here, who is he?
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. Absolutely right. Okay, now good leader everybody knows, right? Who is he? Who is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are 5 not good leader types of personality I have pasted in this slide. This person is from Iraq. This person is from Zimbabwe. This person is from Cuba. This person is from Germany, and this person is from North Korea. Okay, they are all not a good leader. Okay, here from the business point of view, I've taken the pictures of a good leader and a bad leader. Earlier from the politics or from a nation point of view, I've chosen, and this would be from the business point of view. These are all business leader, good business leader and not good business leader, or a bad leader. They have used unfair means in their businesses, or they are not a good business leader. Okay, the first one is my cursor shows who is he. This person is a bad business leader, but I think he was a pioneer of making or instrumental for Indian Premier League. It is the outcome of his brain, the brainchild of Mr. This, the Indian Premier League. જેને આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ કમાઉ દીકરો of BCCI. Look at the money I think we are earning, or BCCI is earning, and becomes the luxurious Premier League or talent hunt of the Indian cricketers, and that was the brainchild of him. Okay, these two absconders, I think, who flew from India after some 9,000 crores from the bank and some 6,000 crores from the bank. I think they had outstanding of some thousands of crores. Okay, and then flew from India. One is in London and another is in some country. He's the founder of Satyam. I'm not giving you the name, okay, so that you can Google it out and find out. He opened more than 5,000 fake, 5,000 fake employee account and bypass 5,074 crores of money in the name of opening fake accounts of employee. A former founder of Satyam. Now it is known as, which was acquired by Tech Mahindra. Okay, so it is Tech Mahindra. Now, scam everybody have watched, everybody have seen, right? Harshad Mehta, directed by Hansal Mehta, and Hansal Mehta is now is coming with or will be coming with another web series on him. A 20,000 crores of stamp paper scam done by this person. And you may find in a near time a web series on Scam 2003 by Hansal Mehta, and we hope that it will be more same just like Scam. Okay, and remaining are all the good business leader or highly inspirational leaders, right? Dhirubhai Ambani. Who is she? She is the founder of Seva, Self-Employed Women Association. She was CEO PepsiCo, the founder of Lijjat, Jaswanti Ben Popat. Why I'm not giving you the name so that you can search and you can Google it out. Okay, that is why I'm not giving you all the names. Okay, moving towards the concluding remarks like this. Okay, so these are the three basic ingredients of a right leader: positive attitude, good relations, and the vision. That means a leader has an ability to convert the negative attitude into the positive attitude for him, for others, and for the entire society, so that we can achieve the objectives. So that positive attitude must be there. Not only the positive attitude, but the ability to turn negative into positive attitude. Ability to form negativity into positivity. Next is good relations. Interpersonal relationship is somewhat highly required for a right leader. That means he is having the good relationship with everyone. And he's always having the vision in his mind that what I want to achieve and how I'm going to achieve that mission is also there in his mind. So these are the three basic ingredients of a leader. A leader has always have positive attitude. He's also having the good relations and he has a vision in his mind. Okay, and that is why one can rightly say that Napoleon Hill, if you remember a quote from Napoleon Hill, leaders can't do great things, but they do small things in a great way. Okay, so leaders not always doing the great things, but they always do small things in a great way, and that is why people have noticed it. Whatever small things they are doing, but they are doing in a great way, and that is why everyone has to notice it. Okay, and again that is why I've portrayed Gandhiji's picture. And the final things, okay, so just to follow, if you have heard the name of Tom Corley, he spent 3 years with world's successful entrepreneurs and successful CEOs and came with all the observation in one book named as Change Your Habits, Change Your Life. And that is why it is considered as daily habits of successful people. And I have just put some common habits taken from that books, Change Your Habits, Change Your Life, because these are the common habits he has observed and I have extracted from his book who are successful people. And these are the common practices or the common habits those successful people are every day doing. That means they get up early, first thing. So get up early. You decide your time. Okay, and that is why, if you remember, Stephen Robbins came with another book called 5 a.m. Club. Very good book. 5 a.m. Club, must read book. And in our culture, we know that from 4 to 6 Brahma Murat, it is known as Brahma Murat. So whatever you do in Brahma Murat in terms of your deciding your your objectives, your thinking for your own self, I think you do wonders. When you read during 3 to 4 or 3 to 5 or 4 to 6, I think it's a Brahma Murat. Whatever you do in that Brahma Murat, I think it gives a tremendous result. And that is what foreigners came in a book called 5 a.m. Club by Stephen Robbins. Must read. They read a lot. Reading would be the common practices for successful people, remember. So please inculcate that habit of reading some books, because if you have observed or if you have seen a common mechanism through which a person becomes a successful or a leader, that means with their thoughts. And good thoughts are coming from good books, and that is why everyone must read. Take any person, I think you find this would be the common practice done by every leader. Uh, Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Gandhi ji, take anyone. Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, they have a habit of reading one book every day. Spend 15 to 30 minutes each day for focused thinking. This is must, and that is why I consider this thing as what? Self-introspection. Self-introspection. Be with yourself for 10 to 5 minutes and think focusedly. They make exercise priority. It is to make your physique, that means physical body, okay, fit. I think exercise is compulsory. Spend time with people who inspire you. Okay, spend time with people who can inspire, huh? Because you get something from those people. They spend time with people who inspire them. They pursue their own goals. That means never depend on others. You have to pursue your own goals. They get enough sleep. Average 7 to 8 hours sleep is enough. So don't use so much social media during your sleep time. Okay, so avoid using mobile when you go to bed. Okay, and enjoy 7 to 8 hours sleep. I think that refresh your brain. Your multiple incomes create that growth after certain years. Okay, don't depend on one source of income. They have always avoid time wasters. Remember, time waster is somewhat very much applicable when you are on the social media and spending huge time on social media. And I consider, or majority consider, as a waste of time if it is not productive. That is why the last is self-discipline. Ability to make yourself do what you should do, when you should do it, and whether you feel like it or not. That makes self-discipline. Okay, so these are the common practices or the common habits one should follow to become a successful. આમાંની 4-5 પણ તમે લઈ લેશો તો પણ I think that makes or that change your entire life. Okay. Okay, with this quote, I want to finish my presentation. I hope I have identified some, I think, whatever qualities inside you, okay, which is within you, I think beneath you, and I may help you to identify those qualities so that you become a leader and you become on the path of becoming the leadership, or becoming a leader. Okay, so I've identified the various path and show you the various things, and by following those things, I think you can identify your qualities, you can work on those qualities, you can inculcate those qualities, and you also become a leader. Okay, so these are the various quotes given by a number of persons, including Gandhi ji. Okay, so these are the applicable to all leaders. Change yourself and you are in control. Only he can be leader who never loses a hope. You must be a change you wish to see in the other. Okay, so first of all, whatever you want, whatever change you want in others, first try in yourself. Okay, so these are the various quotes. a sign of a good leader is not how many followers you have, but how many leaders you create. Because ultimately, when you become leader, and then with your leadership qualities, with your leadership efforts, how many number of more leaders you are creating, that is more important, not more followers. Okay. So with this, thank you everyone. I hope I made my point clearly to everyone and inculcate something to you so that you can work on your leadership qualities. Okay, so thank you once again, and thank you, Dr. Divyang and Department of Commerce and Parle University for providing this opportunity to share my experience and share this presentation with the students. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Ankush sir, for your excellent word of wisdom on leadership within. It is a very simplified way. Your guidance will definitely enrich knowledge of all our listeners. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you, and all the best to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all for attending our today's webinar. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.